It goes, hello everyone, welcome on in. We are back. I know it's a very late stream for me, because I normally don't stream this late. I actually couldn't get on earlier. I was just stuck in a queue. So this is this is the earliest I got, unfortunately. It happens. Anyway, better than no stream today, right? Alright, so let's continue the MSQ, and I might stay on very late tonight and do side quests, because I wanted to do some side quests today, but I couldn't get on earlier, so I was like, so they're still there. But I'm hoping to clean up some side quests later on tonight. But let's do a bit more main story. I think I should be safe to do a bit more MSQ. Marianji remains fixated on his work. There, 'tis done. A magic ink with every ounce as effective as that created by the new moon. Rare that is the occasion I would conjure mine own, but it's nonetheless a most useful skill. The resulting product is admittedly possessed of no natural properties, but its hue is one of my own choosing, which I pray the lot poets will appreciate. Amber, Oriange, oh thank goodness, I thought you'd been eaten or had perhaps fallen into a crater. Ishtola has been looking all over for you, Amber. She says she needs to speak with you about something most urgent, dire even. She was also clear that she wished to speak with Amber alone, which means I'm afraid you must stay behind, Oriange. But worry not, it is not. So, as it just so happens, we need your help with an errand, delivering a package to the Watcher's Palace from the Watcher's Palace to the Bestway Burrows. It's quite large and heavy, perhaps even too heavy for our poor little poets, and we would be ever so grateful if you could lend us a hand. How about an extra pair of hands before I go meet Ishtola? No, that won't be necessary. Oriange's help is should be more than suffice. And I'm sure you don't want to risk getting on Yishtola's bad side by keeping her waiting. She seems prickly. Now, off with you. Worry not, Amber. I shan't be long. Yishtola doesn't want anything, does she? Those rabbits just lied to my face. We've got lying rabbits now. Whee! Ow. Oh, Amber, we thought you'd be away for far longer. I was told you needed me. A dire emergency? I said no such thing. But as you're here, I could use your assistance in one small matter. Running away. A companion of growing ways apparently has much to tell us of the final days. The problem, however, is that he is determined to live up to his name, refusing to stay still long enough for us to hold a conversation. Is there anywhere he's likely to stop and rest? Or perhaps there's a way to slow him down? What's the rush? I was thinking we should wait here. Maybe enjoy a cold mug of carrot juice, or no. Well, if it's really that important, we can try using these balls of moose flesh. Not to be confused with the other thing. Running ways. Other notable feature is his instinct chatter. So you'll have no trouble finding him in a crowd. And when you do, try lobbering your balls at him. We're lobbing balls. Oh, hey, Yuki. I got past the trial. It was amazing, but it was so hard. Crude, but it proves effective. These are the... he is here in the greatest Envels. When I last saw him, let's split up and find him. I am loving the FF4 music so much. I'm in love with this place. Although, I'm gonna hate these rabbits if they betray me. So these rabbits better not betray me. Right. Locate the ever-exclusive running ray and strike him with a ball of moose flesh. Well, he likes a crowd. Is that him? Is that him running? Yes. Got him! Well, that smirts. Does that mean it's a joke? It isn't funny. I love the Goofy music. The new Goofy music is the best. Yes, I am running away. Do you mind explaining why you hit me in the face with your balls of moose flesh? Yes, I hit you with my ball. Oh god. I'm highly knowledgeable about the final days. Ha! The most ridiculous thing I've heard since I woke up. Who told you that joke? As if I got time to look into the final days when there is so much to do before the great voyage. It's true that Hydeland did impart to us some knowledge of the event, but I know about as much as the other Laportes around here. Less, probably. I don't know why you would think it's funny going around telling people I'm an expert, but they'd better hope I don't get my paws on them. Sorry, I couldn't be more help, but if there's anything else, if there's nothing else, I've got work to do. And I'm off! I'm being led on a rabbit chase. These rabbits are having fun with me. I was amazed when we went to the moon so early, to be honest. Yeah, I am too. I actually I didn't think we'd be hitting the moon this early. Like, but go to the ether currents, yeah. So we've got 4 places. One place I probably know, but like the last place, I have fucking no idea where it could be. One of these places is a complete mystery to me. I don't know what it could be. Like, one of these places has got to be the islands, right? And then what's the other place? I have no idea. No clue. But I love it. I love not knowing. I could find neither hide nor hair of him. How did you fare? I found him. So he knows no more than the others. Care to explain yourself, Glowingway? Well, you see, I'm misremembered. Yes, I'm misremembered. Terribly sorry about that. And afraid I've been drawing a blank, though. Try as I might, I can't remember who I was thinking of. On an unrelated note, what of Orianche? I assume you spoke with him earlier. Did he say when he'd be returning? On his way to the Watcher's Palace with Livingway. Between Growingway's sudden lapse of memory and our lack of other leads, maybe it's time we be better spent lending Oriange a hand. But now hold on a moment. It's all coming back to me yet, and yes, I remember. The information you're looking for is in the archives. Yes. That's where you'll find some a sort of useful information, or useful knowledge, including the partaking of the final days. They really don't want us to find Oriange. heart of the matter. Oh, what to do, what to do. I promised the living way I would help, but... No, I promised I'd help, so that's what I'll do. The archives are on the second floor of the main plaza, the east wing. Follow me. I suspect the ports are up to something, but if there's aught to be learned of the final days, I think it'd be best we play along. For now, at least. Islands? Yeah. You know, the floating islands. We, like, saw a screenshot of them. I forget what they were called. They float above, Garlemald. I'm guessing we're going there at some point. Wait, where is he? Oh, he's on the second floor. Of course. Stairs. Wait, can't I teleport up there? How does one, teleport? Never mind. Wait, maybe I can Aether up there. Can I? Nope. Okay, never mind. Let's just... This is the second floor I'm going up to, yeah? Yeah. Ah! Damn it! That's what I get for not paying attention. The archives are right through the store, but it seems to be locked. I guess we'll just have to go and find whoever has the key. Enough. Oh, sorry. Growing away, enough. If you've naught else to tell us of the final days, you need only say so. We can ill afford to be wasting time here, as you well know. Did you yourself not tell us that we must act quickly? Yes, we did, but the moon is the perfect paradise for the people of Untrials, and we're running out of time to make everything ready for their arrival. We hoped you'd see the wonders we have to offer, but we've found nothing but faults and flaws in our work. Only one who of you saw our potential, so you others must be kept here. Ah, so that's Living Ways game. Run us about in circles And failing that, lock us away until so that we can't put the plan at risk. Everyone except Orion J. He understands what's at stake, what must be done. I fear we've misjudged you, Growingway. Never have we discried the notion of using the moons as a means of escape. That said, my heart breaks for at the thought of abandoning entrails and her reflections to their doom. If there is a way to avert the final days, I wish to find it. We all do. We may fail, but our efforts would never be at the expense of your plans. But why would you take the risk? There's no rooms for ifs or maybes now. The people of Entrails will escape here to the moon. They'll be safe, and we'll finally be able to see all their happy and smiling faces. I'm sorry, but we can't let you leave. We just can't. Uh-oh. What? You're gonna fight us? Do what you must, but try not to hurt them. I'll be back in a moment. Don't do anything rash while I'm gone. If we dally, they'll overwhelm us in sheer numbers. I say we knock these ones out, split up, and make our way to the exit. Agreed. Let's convene where Argus awaits outside. Time to knock some rabbits on the floor. Where's my chocobo? Get out here. Lazy butt. Oh, there's more. I'm gonna let my chocobo knock you out. There we go. There you are. Didn't rough them up too badly, did you? Get your hair. Let's hurry to the Watcher's Palace and find Oriange.
And what, pray tell, do we seek at the Watcher's Palace?
Oh, come off it, friend. You know full well why we're here. The time has come for you to return to Aetheris and help your brethren prepare for their journey here and beyond.
Forgive me, Living Way, but I cannot in good conscience proceed with this plan.
Huh? But what about the final days? The death and the doom? Oh, we have to hurry before it's too late.
Your unflagging commitment to your duty is endearing, to say the least.
Oh, bugger!
Be at ease. They bear you no grudge, nor do I. How could we, having come to understand your purpose? For millennia, you and yours worked tirelessly towards the singular purpose of this heavenly vessel's construction. An arduous feat by any measure. It is clear you have spared no effort. Why, your very names are a testament to your dedication.
Our names? I'm not sure I understand what you're getting at.
Names are an expression of the self. A declaration of one's hopes and aspirations. Your use of contemporary, uncomplicated nomenclature doth ensure clarity of purpose. There can be no doubt that your love for the people of Aetheris is boundless and pure.
Yes! Yes! A most mellifluous phrasing! We Loperids were born of Heideland's love for Aetheris. That shining, shimmering blue jewel, brightest star in the sky, brimming with life and possibilities. For as long as I can remember, I've toiled in anticipation of the day when this vessel might be needed. All I've ever wanted was to meet those she cherished so dearly, to serve and serve well. That goes for all of us, don't you see? So help us help them. Lead them here where we can keep them safe.
You're assuming that they'll come quietly. Most of them won't. They'll be like, what? You want us to go to the moon? Fuck that, we're gonna fight.
If there's anything wrong with what we've built, we'll fix it. We'll make it right.
Your works want not for repair. Yet there remaineth much for you to learn of men, and your own kin besides. Singing Way, thy name bespeaketh more than the simple marriage of rhythm and rhyme. The songs of Aetheris are beyond counting, and span the length and breadth of emotion. Maps are monuments to man's pioneering spirit and his devotion to charting the furthest reaches of our star. Many have devoted their lifetimes to exploratory pursuits, to venture unto the highest mountains and the deepest oceans in search of unknown frontiers. And thou, my friend, I do not think we've met.
My name is Puddingway.
Puddingway. Puddingway.
Puddingway? Yes, indeed. A name of deep and abiding significance, I'm sure, but one perhaps better communicated through delicious deeds than tasteless words. A judicious application of fey magics at a later juncture may be appropriate. And Living Way. 'Tis no easy feat to convey the significance of thy moniker. When I was a bookish boy, a dear friend of mine was fond of peppering me with questions as I read, to my occasional annoyance. One day, I posed to her a question of mine own. What doth it mean to live?
It's talking about Moonbrita.
After much contemplation, she proffered this answer. The anticipation of a half-read story's conclusion. The hope today's mistake may serve as tomorrow's lesson. The wish that a new acquaintance may one day call thee friend. She believed it to be all these moments and more.
I want to understand, but
I, too, still labor to find mine own answer. 'Twould be my pleasure to assist you and yours in embarking on a journey of self-discovery and enlightenment. For thee. Ink as blue as the waters of Aetheris. Made in haste, though I assure thee, the quality has not suffered for it. The people need not be persuaded by honeyed words. Nay, I have faith they shall do what is right in due course. Until they do, I beg your patience, friends. And with that ink, let us fill the empty pages of Living Way's compendium.
Aww.
An open exchange of ideas will surely afford you all a better understanding of modern man, and with it, ideas for improvements and renovations. But more importantly, it shall empower us to together find a way forward.
I hope you're right. Thank you for this lovely gift.
There you have it. I shall remain with the Loporrits to ensure that all is in order. Though we must needs prepare for every eventuality, you would all agree that the evacuation of our star is a last resort. To accept failure is to accept the demise not only of our star, but that of Reen's, of all reflections, and the souls that call them home.
He said Reen's name, and then was playing the music.
Which is why I have every faith that you shall fight to the last, that such drastic measures may prove unnecessary.
Should the worst come to the worst, and I pray deeply that it won't, I'll take comfort in knowing preparations were made under your watchful eye.
Aye, thou mayest be assured that if calamity cometh, not a soul will be left behind. If being the operative term.
Oh, my flower. tower? How did it come into your possession? Hydaelyn gave it to me. How very like her. Guided by its light, you may come to know her true intentions, intentions which remain a mystery even to us. In our time, it's called Imperis? Ilperis. You would do well to remember the name.
I hate to interrupt, but I feel like I need to make amends for all the secrecy.
No, it's okay. We
Think
understand.
nothing of it. We haven't been the most gracious of guests. Do convey our apologies to Growingway and the others.
But of course! And when next we welcome more guests from Aetheris, we'll have learned to be much more hospitable hosts. Oh, and circling back to the matter of inappropriate secrecy, we ought to discuss our benefactors.
Yes, please tell us. Please tell us. I know who it is, but please tell us.
Agreed. The Charlean Forum, yes?
Oh, you still already figured it out.
What? How did you know?
Yeah. I
The more
figured
I
it out
heard,
too.
The more obvious it became. The Forum's aims align closely with those of your anonymous patrons. A telling coincidence would be an understatement.
Thank you. Thank you for figuring that out too. But I also figured it out. I was like, yeah, it had to be. Absolutely, 100% sure it was the Forum. I'm glad I was right.
Though had we not taken it upon ourselves to peruse certain restricted tones in Labyrinthos, we might still be unaware of their plans.
That is true.
But let us continue this discussion upon our return. I dare say we have kept Alphino and the others waiting long enough.
Oh my god, someone needs people to talk to. I can't spy you across the chasm, and I feared something was amiss. But well, all is well, and more importantly, I have been given the opportunity to behold the wonderful sight. Keep the Elpis close, and its light will be your guide. A declaration of hopes and aspirations. I hadn't thought of it that way before. The Laportes may have be in good hands, but that doesn't change the fact that their plans is a last resort, or rather, I'd rather not employ. Let's see if it does. Let's see it doesn't come to that. For all other reflections. The Laportes think so highly of the people of Entrails, yet it seems this evacuation plan is the only way they know how to express their admiration. If we had more to clear in our intentions from the start, mayhap we could have avoided this wrinkle. Something to keep in mind for the future. 'Tis a relief to see Livingway was pleased with the gift of ink. To serve and serve well, though their knowledge may be lacking, their boundless love for is a blessing without peer. It will be no easy task to prepare them for what needs to be done, but gladly I do embrace this duty, even if the necessities that we part ways for a time. Forgive my absence, but I have the utmost faith in you, in our fellow scions. When next I return to Entrails, I pray I find you all in good health and good spirits. Okay. Return home. With the labyrinths in Oriante's capable hands, we needn't worry about the affairs here in our absence. Knowing now that we face the Entrails knowing the faces of their earthly collaborators, there is much to discuss with Alphino and the others. Let us return to the Tower of Babel. Our battle for the star will soon begin in earnest, and we must be prepared. Gods, I can scarcely believe we went to the moon and back. And we'll have time to reflect on that later. Right now, we need to head back to Camp Broken Glass and deliver a thorough, detailed report to Lucia. I'd like very much to know how everyone is getting on here as well. They'd only just begun treat the tempered prisoners when we left. I share your curiosity, but warning our allies of the final days is of greater importance. I speak not only of the contingent, of course. The heads of state in every nation must know what we have learnt. We know not when and where or in what manner the final days will begin to manifest, and we must see that everyone is prepared. Agreed. Though we may wish to stress the importance of discretion, lest the public be sent into panic. Not that everyone is in the position of responsibility should needs be told as much, but it bears repeating. Anyway, first things first, to Camp Broken Glass. There it is. It's good to see you again. No worse for their lunar adventure, I hope. We've done what we can for now, and believe me, we intend to tell you all about it. But before we do, might you tell us of what's become in Garlemald in our absence? He succeeded in subduing the tempered inside the Tower of Babel. We took many alive, but contained with those who were already in our custody. The numbers requiring care have grown exponentially. And the allocation conditions here have made it difficult, if not impossible, to treat them all here. And so we have petitioned the aid of the allied nations. Some are understandably hesitant to pre-offer assistance, particularly those that we were but recently subjected to imperial opposition. That said, several others have agreed to grant them refuge for treatment. With the assisting of your fellow Scions, we endeavour to see them safely transported to something cured of their tempering. Will all be tempered be relocated? Not all, no. We have sufficient shelter to attend to those whose treatment has begun, and enough healers have volunteered to remain until their patients have recovered. Julius is one such patient, though he is not yet fit to receive visitors. Truth be told, it is a miracle he and those in his company were not harmed in the chaos. If it not for Alphino and Alize's timely assistance, I dare say none of them would be with us today. In light of the recent developments, have the Alliance leaders come to any decisions regarding Garlemald? Given the traumatous ramifications of what has happened here, it will take time to determine what must be done. In the meantime, they intend to work with their Far Eastern allies to keep watch over the provinces. We have other news to share. Shortly after Amina was defeated, we received reports that each of the towers has vanished. For the Mercy, the process has apparently not quite as violent as that you experienced in Thavner. Those who were trapped within have been rescued and are receiving treatment. To hasten this endeavor, the Beast Tribes have received instructions in the magics needed to cure the tempering. Master Matoya is no doubt thrilled with that the Mother Porxie affords her so many visitors. Yes, we're grateful for her ongoing efforts, as well those of our comrades far, near and far. As the contingent, several of our members have been granted leave to return to their homelands after the transfer of the Tempered has been completed. Lucy and I remain along with a small force to continue affording aid to those in Garlemald. The Empire may be no more, but there are yet those who call these lands home. I believe the accounts of recent events here. So, what of the moon and the Telophoroi? Fandaniel's dead, and we're facing the end of the apocalypse. And the moon is a ship that will spirit us to another world if the final days happen. The final days, God, I prayed your victory would mark the end of our troubles. There is much There's still much we do not know, but the Alliance leaders must be told. Would you be willing to contact them in their stead? Yes, of course. I will send word forthwith. I will also release your fellow scions from their present duties, and that they may return to Charlian. Your energies would be better spent finding a means to avert the coming apocalypse. Speaking of your fellow scions, you'd be happy to know that here Mr. Cryo, though still on the mend, has been moved to the Baldessian Axle and given into Tartar's care. Thank you. I look forward to seeing them both upon our return. Let us be on our way then. One last thing, if I may. After confronting with Zodiark, you said Xenos took his leave and in all likelihood has returned here to Garlemald? I have a mind to dispatch scouts to try and ascertain his whereabouts, but first wish to ask if you believe that there is a merit in doing so. You'll only anger him and get yourself killed, so no. If they find him, they would not likely live to tell the tale. If you're expecting trails of destruction, a trail of destruction to follow, you won't find one. First one. I suppose you're right. To dispatch good soldiers in pursuit of such a beast would be to send them to their deaths. Pray forget I entertained the notion. While it is on the subject of Xenos, and the 10th Legion has made an official proclamation. They denounce the Crown Prince and condemn his role in the Empire's downfall. His very title has become a source of shame and amongst his former subjects, and it's continued to serve only to hinder relations with the foreign nations. For this reason, he has been declared as Xenos, Vertos Galvus, outcast and enemy of Garlemald. Van Daniel is no more, and now his own people turn against him. It seems he's not but a bloodthirst, but his bloodthirst to keep him company. Better than an army to see his slated. At any rate, I will not keep you any longer. I pray you safe passage to Charlian. I might set, this is my home point for a while. There we go. Right, where am I going? Hey! Is he somebody I know? I've seen friends all dotted around the place. Hey, Tartar. It's good to see you again. See you in free of those shell bands, I take it? Welcome back, Ember. We're so terribly worried about you. Though it is plain to I have ceased of my own to fair share of worry, and for that I apologize. Hydaelyn called to me the day you entered the Tower of Babel. Her pleas were faint but desperate. I knew at once she required a vessel to carry out her will. What came after feels like a dream, barely remembered. My body flowing through the live stream into Garlemald. When I regained conscious, I was all aches and frostbite, exhausted of Aether. So exhausted, in fact, I could only laugh. For it has, in that moment, I understood Raha's weariness from the Tower of Zot. Would I could laugh at a time like this, though we prevented Zodiark from being unleashed upon the world. I'm curious to know what took place on the moon. Perhaps we should join the others before you give an account. Let us reconvene in the main hall once you've arrived. Yes, words. I can speak the English language. I speak words good, right? Sorry to keep you all waiting. Not at all. We understand you are quite busy. Will Oriange be joining us? No, he's on the moon. Duty keeps him away. I'm afraid, though Amber can explain why better than I. Oh God, thanks. Blah 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 blah. Sky, the ship, rabbits, a pending apocalypse, and the forum knows about it. Final days as befell Amrot, and we are to escape via the moon. What of the source and its reflections? I have no intention of standing by while the world falls to ruin. So, how do we stop this? Unfortunately, we have no answer at present. If the celestial currents have grown stagnant, as was the case in time of Amarot, the solution would be to alter the flow of aether throughout the entire star. The ancients accomplished this by summoning Zodiark, sacrificing half the star's population in the doing. But it should go without saying that such a sacrifice cannot be repeated. Which leaves us with the trifling task to identify the underlying catalyst of the final days, a feat which even the Amortines could not accomplish. Unfortunately, we found no clues in Marin Lematore. There is still much we do not know about the catastrophe itself, let alone what may have caused it. The final days marked by the corruption of the Amartine's creation magics, but we command no such power, which invites the question what havoc is in store for us. If we knew that much, perhaps we could draw potential with the events of the past, and therefore form a suitable plan. Perhaps we should start with the Forum, then. Having worked with the Laprots in secret all this time, they are surely more they can tell us. Where are they willing to tell us? Forgive the interruption, but I have urgent news. The Forum is having a public assembly in the plaza outside. Some sort of announcement. Uh-oh. What's Father up to now? Uh-oh. There's only one way to find out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He's enacting the plan to abandon the star, isn't he? Oh no, here we go. Here comes. Everyone's here.
Order! Order, I say! I thank you all for gathering here on such short notice. This day we must speak of grave affairs and their implications for the future of Sharlayan, nay, of this very star.
Yep. They're gonna evacuate to the moon, aren't they? They're just gonna feck off and leave us to sort it, aren't they? That instead of fighting, we're just gonna feck off to the moon and survive. Bye! That's their plan.
Said affairs concern all citizens, and so we have called for a public assembly.
Okay, Sharlayans are douchebags. If this is what this is gonna be.
You may have heard rumors of the Talophoroi and the havoc these madmen wreak abroad.
Yeah.
Under normal circumstances, we would pay little heed to petty disturbances outside our borders. The final days, however, are another matter altogether.
Yeah. Well, we did warn
So we
did
dare
warn
not
you.
ignore these prophetic words of Eld. The Endbearers will come, ushering chaos and calamity. The final days descend and devour the very star.
Mm-hmm. That we know.
I've never heard this prophecy.
Is it true? Will all that really happen?
Yep.
Calm yourselves. The time has come to speak of the Forum's most sacred duties. But first...
Give voice to the voiceless. Let bindings be unbound. By unanimous decree, I declare the enchantment broken.
Oh, they're breaking the enchantment.
Master Leveilleur, if you would.
Very well. "270 years ago, our forebears began an expedition in the Dravanian hinterlands. in search of a route to access the ethereal sea.
Mm-hmm.
This much is public knowledge. Their findings, however, would become the Forum's most closely guarded secret. What those researchers discovered in the hinterlands was not a passage unto the ethereal sea, but the very heart of our star, and Hydaelyn herself.
Oh.
She spoke to them of a calamity that would extinguish all life, and of a means by which we might be spared.
Hydaelyn told you about the calamity, so what the fuck? Why didn't you believe me? Never, I'm just gonna keep
The
moving.
moon. 'Tis in truth a gargantuan vessel built to serve as sanctuary for her children and deliver them from this doom.
Except you forsake every other shard, you dickhead.
Much like Nunkref's hope in ages past, it will bear the people of a world in the throes of death to a new home.
Needless to say, this will be no small undertaking. To facilitate the great work, the Forum has maintained close contact with the servants of Hydaelyn, who presently reside on the moon. Convinced that the foretold end was all but inevitable, we began amassing a wealth of knowledge, not merely for the betterment of our nation, but in preparation for the journey to come.
You reveal this to us now? By the gods, how long do we have?
We don't know.
While we cannot say with certainty, we believe the hour to be nigh. We received a transmission from the moon suggesting as much not long ago. Which is why we must in earnest begin preparations for the great exodus.
Run away like cowards!
For his impressive contributions and the leadership he demonstrated during our withdrawal from Dravania, we have elected Master Leveilleur to oversee this initiative.
Fellow scribes and scholars, my countrymen, we face a threat of unprecedented scale. We must challenge the trials before us with composure and conviction if we are to find salvation. The wisdom of Sharlayan has ever been a shining beacon in the darkness, and so it shall continue to be.
Hydaelyn meant for everyone on the star, dickhead, not just Sharlayan. What about the other nations? Are you going to afford them the same treatment? No. That's I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. I hate. Unless
it is our solemn charge to see our heritage preserved for future generations.
For
those who will come after, we will brave a new frontier.
Oh, everybody's agreeing with this. God.
Administrative edicts will be relayed to all major institutions ere long. In the meantime, carry on with your duties. With that, I hereby call this assembly to a close.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Do you remember what Mother told us when we visited home? That it wasn't until after we were born that Father seemed to lose himself in his work.
Yep.
If that great work of his was the evacuation of this star, then...
Yes. It wasn't for his benefit.
It was for yours.
Would you mind waiting here a moment? I wish to speak with Father before we leave.
Okay. Keep it civil, eh? No, take your time.
Thank you. I shan't be long.
If it's all the same to you, I have a few choice words to share with Father as well.
Oh boy. Anybody got popcorn?
So, come to call us cowards and bid us join your fruitless battle against the inevitable.
Nay, we do not object to the Forum's proposal. On the contrary, those who wish to flee have every right to do so.
Yep. But is it just Charlene that's allowed to flee, is my question.
Urianger is cooperating with your associates on the moon to ensure that all is ready should evacuation be our only recourse.
Then whatever your business, I suggest you be brief.
Wow.
Though we cannot boast the boundless wisdom of Charlian, we have first-hand knowledge of foreign cultures and have conversed with no small number of peoples. These experiences have taught us fundamental truths that cannot be recorded in any tome, nor charted on any map.
Yep.
The beating heart of this planet is its people, many of whom would give anything, even their lives, to protect the lands they love. Many may choose to join you in the end. But what of those unwilling or unable, for whom escape will never be an option? What would you have them do? To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, Father. It is indolence.
Bravo! Well said! Bravo! Get him!
This is why we choose to fight.
We'll not ask for your understanding, Father. Only that you don't turn a blind eye to the good we have done. That we can still do. We're not children in need of protection. Hold fast to your principles and let the world burn if it please. But we believe there is still another way. And if there is, we will find it. You see if we don't.
Do as you will. Just stay out of our way.
Father of the Year award!
Were he not so consumed with self-righteousness, he might tell you how proud he is of you both.
Bold words call for bold action. And there'll be no turning to your father should plans go awry.
As if I ever would. So long as there are those who wish to stay and fight for this star, we have to do what we can to help them.
And if we're to do that, we'll need to be well rested. Wouldn't you agree? And having triumphed over what we once thought to be the source of all evil, I can think of no one in greater need of at least a dozen winks.
Thanks, but I'm fine.
Shall we then? To the Annex, to prepare for tomorrow.
I think I'm interrupting something. Spawned in the middle of two boys looking into each other's eyes and What are you boys? You're too cute. Right, where am I going? Annex. Oh, what the fuck? Oh boy. A visitor has come knocking at your door. Whoever could it be? Oh god. Graha. I'm sorry. I want to spend time with my boy. So cute.
Oh, apologies. I didn't mean to. If you could spare a moment before bed.
You only get
Thank
one
you.
chance.
I fear this may be the last quiet night we have to talk for quite some time.
Oh, I need to go and see the others, don't I? After this, maybe. So cute. No, come on.
I am troubled of late. Unwarranted concerns, perhaps. I hope. Nevertheless, I feel compelled to share them with you. Though you have bested your enemies thus far, Xenos and even Zodiac, your victories have come at a considerable cost to yourself.
No, he cares. I'm okay.
No one is without their limits, and you are no exception. I worry the added weight of the final days will prove more than you can bear.
I'll get
It is
through
surely
it.
too much for any one woman. But you needn't bear it alone. Let me share your burden.
Gladly.
My, carrying capacity pales in comparison to yours, but I could still help. Shoulder the occasional satchel from your ever-growing mountain of, baggage. You have already done so much to help relieve me of mine own encumbrances. 'Tis only fair that I repay you in kind.
This is the best game in the world. I love it.
Of course, it needn't be only troubles we share.
Oh?
Moments of joy may seem few and far between now, but there will come a time when we look back fondly on this journey. The inquiry at the Forum, our march through the snows of Garlemald, our impromptu dinner in this very room. All of it.
Yeah, I swear to God, if he gets down and proposes, I can only dream, can't I?
And that is to say nothing of the journeys yet to come. To the ends of the world and beyond. But tomorrow will be no less busy than today, and I've kept you from your rest long enough. Sleep well, my friend.
No. I love him. He's the best. A short while early in the Malamegan Quarter. Xenos. Is it gonna be Xenos? It's gonna be Xenos, isn't it? It's gonna be fucking Xenos.
Thank the gods that tower is gone. The sight of it was enough to make me sick.
Thank the Ilsebar contingent, more like. Word is, they fought their way into Garlemald and toppled the bloody thing themselves. Not just the one, neither. All the towers have up and vanished.
Aye, I heard the same. Commander Aldin and his troops helped keep casualties to a minimum, too. But is it true? They brought back tempered Garlean soldiers.
As Commander Aldin tells it, they've a treatment for that now. But don't you worry. Cured or not, they've no plans to bring them into the city proper.
I see. Well, that's a relief then. I know we've brothers and sisters among the lot, but I can't say I'm eager to welcome them home.
Wanted to think about it for a while yet. But to be looked after in Alagana for the time being.
Who's that? Who's listening? What? Meanwhile, is Ishgard. Oh no. What? Buddy boy!
Another day, another commission of paramount importance. Well, what have we here?
Oh, please be careful. Something's happening. No, no, no!
Hey, are you all right?
Something's happening to people. Yep.
Was that? No. The shadows play tricks, nothing more.
Nope.
The towers are gone, and the Garlean threat is abated. And yet, why does it feel as though it's about to get much, much worse?
Because it is. Please be careful. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. No. What continent was that? What continent was that? Is that the East? Fuck! Fuck. My stream hasn't caught up to me yet. I might get a second chance to see that. Excuse me. Need to see that map again. Give me like 2 seconds, see if I can by chance. Come on. Give me the map again. No, it's not catching up. Damn it. Wow, the stream is like 10 minutes at least behind me. I mean, I guess I'll find out. It looked like it was the east-ish. Right, Garlemald's up there. Maybe it's Thavner, actually. Is it Thavner? My geography of the fucking map is not great. Alright, let's just talk to Tartar. Yeah, it's Thavner. That shows it. That's Thavner. That's so Thavner is the first place to be affected. So it wasn't the east. But actually, close enough to the east, isn't it? Thavner. Skies aflame. Amber, I was just about to call for you. I'm afraid I received another call of assistance, and it comes from Rasahan. You're joining an assembly to discuss. We must join them at once. Give me a sec. Sorry guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, it was that continent right there. So that's the east. That's where the burn is. So that's Thavner. So yeah, Thavner was blocked out. Ah, there you are. I could have like waited a cutscene. I would have gotten the map and gotten my answer where the bloody blotch was. Or where spheres have come to pass. But moments ago we received grim tidings from the from our contact in Rasahan. Vile beasts have appeared, as if out of nowhere, claiming one victim after the other, after the next. What's more, they say their very sky burns from above them. Good gods. Are the final days already upon us? It would appear so. Sadly, that is all the information we have at present. No doubt the people of Razahan are busy fighting for their lives. We must go at once. They need our help. Agreed. Kryl, you'd best remain here with Tartaru and gather what knowledge you can. You are in no condition for a long journey, I'd imagine. Very well. Similar phenomena have been observed elsewhere, and if so, we must know about it at once. Be safe out there, yes? Let us make our first for Yamnamard. We must prepare ourselves for the what may lie ahead. Hang on. I get to try this fight again. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna go through with the first trial.